like to just talk a little bit about the theater. The microsurgery is not what you see beyond the microscope. The key thing is you have to make sure that the whole people in the theater, no matter who the person is, has to use the same language. They have to understand what you're going to do. Make sure that an anesthetist, tell the anesthetist, okay, this procedure takes time. So make sure you have the time. Don't rush me out. Then, what we found out, especially in head and neck area operations, that you need to make sure you have enough space. Well, what the anesthetists, they like to sit by the head. So they have the respirator and other things and stuff by the head. And I say, look, we need the space. So let them do their job. Then move the equipment over and just give you the space for a microscope and everything before you start the operation. You can't just move everything around during the operation. Everyone is getting frustrated, so make sure everything's prepared well. Then, this is something like microsurgical operations are what we. I think these issues were highly emphasized yesterday. So the most important thing is you make sure everything is ready and checked. You have a fully operational microscope and you have all the equipment. Now we just caught ourselves during the first operations, well, because we had not, well, just very little amount of the instruments, but then we realized, okay, if something goes wrong, we need the second set of the instruments, just in case. If something goes wrong, then we have to go back to the microanastomoses and check it. But if the instruments are being sterilized, what are you going to do? Nothing. So make sure everything is ready. Then, this is very, very important, the way you sit. The way you have to sit up straight comfortably. Just take your time to get fully prepared. Take the microscope and just check your position and make sure it's very, very comfortable. Because if you fail that, obviously what happens? Then you can just become very, very agitated and angry that something goes wrong. So just take your time, get everything sorted out and prepared. Then, the warmth in the theater, it has to be warm. Everyone wants to balance that cool in the theater with air conditioning and things like that, but not for the microsurgery. Just tell all the people, we need the warmth, just in case, vasospasm. We have to be very careful with that. Then, another thing, the silence in the theater. Well, this is my personal opinion. When you just perform microanastomosis, well, you have to be very concentrated on that. And then, if there is some disturbance in the theater, people are just talking, there's loud music, shouting their dog, you need to be concentrated. You need to have a good climate there. So just make sure that people just shut up, just give me a decent atmosphere. I need to perform anastomosis. Then make sure the anesthetist understands the procedure. Just let them tell them, all right, we need a good blood pressure when we just take the clamps off. So the blood will go through the flap under decent pressure. They have to understand that. And there is a remarkable role of the scrub nurse. And again, that was emphasized yesterday. Sorry, the scrub nurse, they have to understand that the micro instruments are very valuable, precious, delicate. So you have to keep them separated from the micro instruments. You can easily break it. And actually, what happened to our instruments, after the first operations, half of our forceps were completely ruined because the scrap nurse just put them together, the micro instruments. They get magnetized, and then they're gone. And you have to just make sure that a scrap nurse to keep the micro instruments safe as well, and to keep them clean. If there are any dry blood dots on the micro instruments, they don't work properly. So just make sure they're fine, and it gives you the better performance then. So this is actually everything that I wanted to tell you, and I came up with some conclusions. Well, I've started microsurgery with complete no knowledge, from zero. And then we had some minor success. So I think if I did it, you can do it. Then, in my personal opinion, the experimental experience is absolutely crucial. You can't perform any microsurgery without that. So this is why I brought my younger colleague here and said, okay, if you want to perform microsurgery, you have to come along with me and just work on the microscope here and on rats. Without it, it's not a good thing. So the animal model training is absolutely crucial. Flag raising courses are quite recommended as well if you have not done this before. And then, don't worry, the failure happens. It happens to the best even. So don't give up, get better prepared for the next case and learn from the lessons as well. Just get the good experience. And then, as the last thing I say, well, it's good to have someone very, very experienced that will help you. I'm very, very lucky because I have Professors Janek and Giga, and they help me. So write emails if I have some problem. Could you please help me? Or and always have the fantastic feedback, and it always works. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you will have lots of success in microsurgery. Microsurgery makes me happy. Thank you very much for your kind attention.